Alright, this is my video review for November 4th. I'm going to keep it a shorter one because I already reviewed a lot of this in my head today and just spent a lot of time thinking about it. Um, I don't know what it is. Like, I had a great morning routine. I was super focused. I was in the zone, or not. No, I guess no, not that I was in the zone, but I did everything right. The morning routines, the meditation, everything I hit. I got good sleep last night. Like, just putting that out there that had nothing to do with any external stimuli that I might have been lacking in. But I think today I just wasn't fully in tune with the market structure and the market conditions. Like, really looking back on this and seeing this and then seeing this, like, would I have been so eager to push this to try and get higher when we've been rejecting previous days VWAP, rejecting initial balance? Like, I don't know. I can't, I don't know for sure. Um, and like, did seeing so many stats over the weekend with high of day VWAP breaks being my best setup induce me to take the third trade? Probably. But like, and especially holding opening range high, like all these things I'm sure did contribute to the reason I took these trades today. And at the end of the day, I'm only down 180 bucks. Really not that much in the grand scheme of things. It felt way more like, you know, detrimental in the moment. But then when I look back, it's like I've been on a hot streak for 2 weeks. I had a great, week passing the combines. I had a great week building the XFAs up. Like, this is just a small drawdown, or like this is just a small little pullback. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to mean much. And, like, sure, does it suck that Wednesday's FOMC and I'm not going to trade Wednesday? Thursday might be a busier day at work because I have to clean stuff up after the event. Like, then Friday, like, this might be a slower week for me. Do I even have to trade election day? No. Like, this might be a slower week, and that's okay. There's nothing I could do about that, and it's better to lean into that than try and fight that. So I just want to read this off because I really do think this is important for my long term trading career. Truthfully speaking, these are the days where I've set myself back so far in the past. I have to give myself credit for recognizing it and calling the whole day early. This week is certainly going to be a doozy, but I have to be willing to be flat and push off my want to trade until next week. Today started really well. I got lots of sleep, ate breakfast, had my meditation, and was off to work. Where it started to get hairy was when I got the morning rush right when I needed to focus on the charts. In my head, I was pushing back my timeline and accepting that it might be a flat day or I'd wait until the initial balance was broken. Then the rush stopped, and I could tell I wasn't in the best place but wanted to trade. I took a full loss in 2 minutes taking the high of day VWAP break. Truthfully, I didn't even love it, but reviewing my stats over the weekend, I'm 80% win rate on these, so I took it. Important here. Let's be clear. That 80% win rate is with my discretion. That 80% win rate is not taking every high of day break. That is huge. It's not just taking the breaks. Then I got a fire re-entry and was able, like the price, and was able to claw back some of that loss really quick. Then got tapped on all the trades and the entries were, and then my, because the entries were all over the place on both accounts trying to manage them, buying at wicks. This is where I started to lose my focus. I felt like the longs were in play and I saw the momentum shift, but didn't act enough quick enough and got a terrible price on the next high of daybreak. I could feel my whole body heating up. My face was hot. I felt like steam was coming out of my ears when price struggled to break its last lower high it had set. I pulled the trade as it went against me and called it there. I remember standing at work and looking into the lobby, like my face was so hot. I was visibly upset, and I was thinking, I in no way are my best trades at all coming from this place, and it's not about that it's my best trade per se, more about my best trading mental game because the setup was fine. Now to go into more depth on why today is a till day. When I did finally have the opportunity to look at the charts, the emotion that came with it was undirected anger. Whether this was from missing out on trades or having to be busy with customers and losing focus, I was angry at something and didn't take the time to process it before going straight into the charts. From the moment I put on that first trade, especially as it went against me, I felt my chest heating up, my brain getting clouded with terrible judgment calls. I know I was in a air quote setup, but my mental was not ready to be in that setup. I was constantly thinking I do not feel this way when I am in trades normally. I knew something was wrong. I was stubborn, too focused on trading a valid setup, hoping it would work, rather than being in tune with the market environment and seeing what was going on. I wasn't caught with my pants down, I just forced something that wasn't there. Truthfully, it looked good until it didn't. I think these are the days where I really show how in tune I am with the market. Because, okay, I will always find a reason to get down on myself after days like today. A positive that I did well is not over risking and chasing. I kept my end of day loss pretty small in the grand scheme of things. Nothing one trade can't fix. Also, didn't mess up the personal capital when I was off edge. I want to push myself to be more cognizant of these emotional periods because I air quote punish myself by saying you lost the ability to trade the rest of the day because you couldn't handle yourself. On a normal day, I would still be in the game and able to find another trade and potentially end green. When I lose control of my emotions, I lose that ability and have to step off with whatever I have.